Welcome back, guys. This is Doug with Basement Level Magic, back for round 3 of our Battle for Zendikar draft. 1-1 so far. Lost to Converge, pretty decent Converge deck in round 1. Beat a blue-green deck in round 2. Here's round 3. I think this is probably a keep. If we get a land or two, we're in good shape, especially if we hit something with our spell shrivel. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. Against an ally deck. So we did hit our third land. We need to keep hitting them, but that's a good start. Take 2 here, but after this, Kozilek Sentinel will keep the cliffside lookout locked down. So hopefully he doesn't have a 3-drop. It's black-white, okay. Alright, so hit our 4th land, which is excellent. I think this turn we just keep Spell Shrivel up and probably take 2 in the air. Yeah, we'll go ahead and Spell Shrivel that. Keep him from gaining life, from having any more flyers. And we do have something now exiled. Second Clutch Occurrence makes me far more likely to use the first one. But I think we pretty much shut him down this turn with the Cloud Mantis, so we can hold on to him. And if we get a mana next turn, we can start Awakening. Probably could have got in for 1 there, but I just feel better having the blocker since he can start pumping now. And yeah, he can trade, but we still kill his Shadow Glider, so I think it's a fair trade. Opponent plays a 3-drop Narcana Assassin. It's pretty good for us. Okay, we do get the 5th land. So I think we probably want to just go ahead and awaken with Clutch Occurrence, knock the Narcana Assassin back to our opponent's hand, and then attack with the Kozilek Sentinel. I'll awaken an island. I don't see much chance of him blocking here. And if he wants to spend his whole turn to get in 2 damage by attacking with the Cliffside Lookout and pumping, then that is absolutely fine. Whatever this thing is, we can just go ahead and bounce it now. We do need 1 more land. We'll be good to go. I think I'll go ahead and awaken 1 more time. This way next turn we actually have a pretty big blocker for that thing. Hopefully our Helm or Tide Color comes around. We can start beating down in the air. Taking our 1 again, I assume he'll make the same play. We did see a sheer drop though. Yeah, the Narcana Assassin. And United Front for 2. And he is tapped out. We hit our 6th land, which is nice. Our opponent has no way to gain life because he's tapped out as well. So I think we can go ahead and play the Skyline Cascade. I suppose we'll just keep the Cliffside Lookout since it's tapped down. Not that it makes much difference. And we can go ahead and play in our Tide Drifter. And he can do pretty significant damage. I mean, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he pumps next turn and attacks back in. We do have 1 big blocker. Which makes that a little worse. So we can prevent some of it. But again, if he spends his whole turn doing that, I think we're in a good position now. A little bit less so now, as he's gaining a ton of life. So we'll prevent the 4, take 4. Opponent gains 8. Sky Spawner's a good draw. Gives us some blockers on the ground. Unfortunately, not a land. At this point, I think the Kozilek Sentinel's staying back. The land, I think I would like to attack with. Because after all, at some point, we need to win the game. Just waiting to see like a Hero of Gomafata or something that just absolutely blows us out. We can deal with that. Incubator Drone's another good draw. We do need a land. A land would really have just put us over the top here. I think we'll just attack with the Sky Spawner and then play the Incubator Drone. I mean, we could blow up the Scion, I guess. Incubator Drone makes another one for us next turn. The question becomes, which would we rather have? Probably, do we want a 5/5, or do we want to play out like the Wavewing Elemental? I think the Wavewing Elemental blocks better. So let's play that out, and then maybe we still end up getting some value off the Ulamoxa spoiler. So Port Cutthroat's a little challenging. Although if we're just flying over, maybe not so bad. Not flying over so much now. So what do we have to take here? Let's see what he attacks with. we're looking at potentially taking 6. Definitely not the land. It's too valuable. Probably. And definitely not the waveling elemental. But if we can't kill it, is it really worth blocking at all? I'm going to say no. I'm going to just take it. Which is pretty risky, but I think gives us the best chance to win. He is almost tapped out. He has 1 planes available. So I guess he could have done an extra 2 with the Lithomancer's Focus, but Scatter's a good card. If only we'd had one more thing exiled, and I don't have a land again to activate the landfall from the Waveling Elemental. I mean, I could play the Ulamog's Despoiler as a 5/5. I feel like I want to leave the Scatter up if I can. Opponent just takes it. He has nothing in hand, so if he's going to find a way to gain life, he's going to have to draw it. So I don't think we're taking any hits in the air. I don't want to tap down the 6/7. I think we just play the Incubator Drone. Actually. And he eats our Sky Spawner this turn. We play the Incubator Drone, we guarantee that next turn we can scatter. Or the Ulamog's Despoiler, I'm sorry. I think this way we have enough blockers on the ground and we can cancel we can cancel his way to gain life if we have to. Not that we want to do that. Alright, so we want the most beneficial blocks possible. He could just pump the team, so we got to keep that in mind. So the Sky Spawner has to go. Alright, so Sky Spawner has to go on Courier Griffin. Or are we just dead? Let's say we have to put this there, this here, this here. He just kills us because he does enough damage with his Zulaport Cutthroat to kill us. It doesn't even matter what else happens. Yeah. Yeah, we're just dead because the Zulaport Cutthroat will kill us with its ability. And that's actually irrelevant. Oh, I guess it's not. We're dead in more than one way. So Sentinel seems pretty good against this guy, as does Spell Shrivel. Maybe not so much. Rush of Ice seems better. Well, Touch of the Void was like, did I cast it once? I think I might have cast it once. Yeah. Alright, we'll go ahead and play first. It's got powerful spells in it. If we continue at our current pace of drawing like one land every 3 turns or whatever, or every 5 turns, you know, it's probably not good enough. Not doing anything till turn 3. And most of his deck was under 3 drop. But I think it's a keep. No turn 1 play, that's actually pretty good for us. And hitting a 4th land also quite good. Alright, we're kind of in business. We're at 5 currently. Did our opponent miss a land drop? He did. And he's discarding. So that's just kind of a lucky break. So let's see if he hits one this turn. He did. So coming to play tapped land though. So that's whatever his first play is. Or keep it tapped. I guess depends on if it is tapped to begin with. So he is playing green as well. Did we see green last game? Can't remember now. Sure, Shadow Glider. Yeah, so that's perfect. So I will Skyline Cascade, sure, that's fine. We'll Awaken. Probably an island. Get in for another 5. We can play the Wavewing Elemental next turn. Sure, Courier Griffin, no problem. So do we want to Rolling Thunder it for 3 and then get in for 8? I feel like that's a pretty good play. Doesn't develop the board much, but we don't really need to when he's at 2. He's playing this as Renewal. See what he can do here. Alright, we won game. So I feel like that was a pretty good showing by our deck. It kind of did exactly what we wanted it to do. But, you know, he was mana screwed, so it's tough to say. think we can run that back. The pathway arrows is sort of tempting because there's a lot of allies with like 1 toughness, but he was playing like the 4/5 and the 2/3 black allies. And then the only 1/1 we saw, like normally you'll see the, what is the Core Castigator, the 3/1, which this hand is not keepable, no lands. This one's much better. Yeah, we'll put that on top. But we never saw a Core Castigator, so I'm not sure. So we'll just get our Tide Drifter online. Hopefully he doesn't have a turn 2 play. He does. And that's a good touch of the void target. And we keep him back with our Tide Drifter. That's an even better touch of the void target. We can't let Drana live. I prefer her in exile. That's a tough card. Drana's so good when you get her online, but your opponent has to be able to do like absolutely nothing against you. Because she is just an absolute first choice target whenever possible. Alright, so this game we're hitting all the lands. Next turn we'll probably just kill the Courier Griffin. With the Stone Fury if we don't draw something else. Looks like he's got his lands. Maybe he's flooding a bit as well. He's got some really good rares in this draft from our opponents. I don't feel like I had any really good rares. Pretty good draw. I think we still want a Stone Fury just because it prevents us from taking another hit in the air, and then next turn Cloud Manta, because I don't want to really trade with the Cloud Manta if I can help it. Definitely can't attack though. We need some Clutch of Currents. Block the Zulaport Cutthroat if by some miracle we're able to kill it. That's perfect. I should have double blocked it actually. The card is just trouble when it's on the board, and I'm kind of running out of removal. Hard removal anyway. So he was able to keep it alive, but he didn't really get the value he wanted out of that. Tandem Tactics. The amount of time it took him to cast it, I just assumed that he was thinking I would play differently. Or block the, the Nirkana Assassin. So what I'm considering here is if I want to bounce something, I would rather do it next turn and use Awaken. So I think I'm just going to attack with the Incubator Draw and the Eldrazi Scion. And if it means taking some damage, then we'll take some damage. Our opponent is almost out of cards. So that's something too. Grip of Desolation. It's a pretty good card. Definitely a reason to be in black. So I can currently Rolling Thunder for 3. And I can awaken. I can't awaken a mountain. But with him destroying one of my lands, I cannot attack with it as well. I think we can save the Rolling Thunder. Maybe we get some more land out of it. I'll bounce the Assassin. Go ahead and awaken a mountain and get in for 3. Probably prevents any attacks next turn. And we might just end up with better targets as well. So Skyline Cascade can keep one of his things tapped. It is a land, but we can't use it till next turn. And I guess an Arcana Assassin, but really that doesn't do anything. So we'll be able to Rolling Thunder for 4 next turn, which killing the Arcana Assassin and the Zulaport Cutthroat's probably worthwhile. Opponent is not tapped out. Does have 1 card in hand. I think we'll go ahead and attack with the mountain. As in order to kill it, we get to kill 2 things. He does have that Ondu Rising, so we got to keep in mind that he can gain a bunch of life. Yeah, that's fine. We're not that far away from casting a Valakut Invoker. So we can do currently 4 damage with our Rolling Thunder. And we're at 6, so 2 short of our Valakut Invoker hitting anything. I don't think we attack. I think we just play a Valakut Invoker and pass the turn. I have a lot of evasive creatures in this deck, and so far none of them this game. Cloud Manta, I suppose, yeah. That grip was hard. Well, that's definitely a new target for our Rolling Thunder. I feel like we can't take many hits from that Ghostly Sentinel. feel like we could give him some favorable blocks, like attack with, say we attack with the incubator drone and the land, the mountain, and maybe the scion, and see how he blocks. Well, the blocking with the mountain is a little worse, but let's say we attacked with the scion, the incubator drone, the Valka Invoker, and the scion. He probably blocks the Night Watch on what? The Invoker and the Nirkana Assassin on the Scion and the Ghostly Sentinel on the Incubator Drone. And then maybe we can blow him out. Or we just wait. Because he's not going to use the Cliffside Lookout or the Zulaport Cutthroat. Alright, so we have to do 3 here, 1 here, and we can do a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to do 3, 4, 5. Or would I rather take the Cliffside Lookout? Cliffside Lookout gets pretty damn dangerous on the way back. So that's 3, 4, 5. So I need 7 total mana of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. He gains 3, I lose 3, which is a bummer, but I feel like I'm in a pretty good position now. And now my Cloud Manta can block the Ghostly Sentinel. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. So I suppose we attack with the land. Play out our Cloud Manta. We need to start drawing some of our clutch currents. Maybe that Rolling Thunder was just too risky. I'm not sure. We'll see. He has a very good deck. The white-black is a very difficult deck to build. That Zulaport Cutthroat is one of the enablers. I haven't seen a class tree healer. I assume he has at least one. But the Zulaport Cutthroats go very high because they're good in any deck playing black. But the class tree healers, they go a little later. Drana's Emissary is just sometimes you see one, sometimes you don't. So he's going to attack me for a minimum of 4 next turn. I don't have a flyer to block with anyway, so I might as well attack. I have a ground blocker anyway. But we need removal for both of those creatures, like this turn. I think now we're probably just dead, as he can just fly over. There's nothing we can do. Alright guys, well this has been Doug with Basement Level Magic. Thanks for watching. Catch us back here. Hopefully I'll be drafting a bit more in the near future. But with the holidays coming up, we'll see. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe. If you made it this far, I appreciate it.